Hello and welcome to another Biomutant video. I'm Shadow Coast and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to outline how to build the best, at least in my opinion, range specialist. So let's start with breed. There are two breeds that stand out to me, and that is Primal and Murgle, and that is because they have the highest critical chance. I personally have a slight preference for Murgle because you have increased charisma as well as increased loot chance, which is critical as you progress throughout the game. And then you have added bonuses of having slight increase in power and key energy for intellect. I personally believe that ranged with a combination of psi abilities is a really nice combination to help you really eviscerate your enemies. So again, my recommendation would be Murgle. Argument for Primal, although you could make any of the breeds work depending on how you build your character as you progress throughout. Attributes.
Define your
There are
genetic
not
structure.
specific attributes that I have found that you really need to go with here. This is really personal preference. There are some considerations though. So one consideration is that some equipment I do believe has ability or a genetics check. So you need X amount of agility or X amount of strength to equip equipment, which can impact how you play the game. From an agility standpoint, someone mentioned that they have only seen the highest agility check of 60. So, in thinking about that, when you're starting early game, I personally recommend either going a balanced build or you could preferentially increase charisma so you get a little bit of a bonus barter, right? Or preferentially increase agility intellect if you do plan on using a fair amount of psi abilities early on. As I think about this, I think I would do a slight preference to make sure I don't lose my 10% barter amount, if I can get it. Um, nope. I want to come back a little bit. Right there for agility. Now, in thinking about this, I do think there are whole numbers. So for agility, I would want to try to get to like 30 on the dot, which it's not letting me do, unfortunately. So that's something else you're going to want to think about if you're just going for the check. So this one looks good to, oh, nope, I still want the 10%. This one looks good to me, 31. Again, if that is true and it is capped at
Choose a
60,
genetic resilience.
that could matter. Okay, resistance. On this one, I don't have a strong preference. It really
Choose
depends
your
where you're going
first
early
style.
game.
Pick your
Same with
main
look.
color.
That's all
Choose
personal
your
preference.
bigger class.
Breed. This one's tricky, and I've spent a
Commando.
lot of time thinking about this. The two
Deadeye.
that stand out are Deadeye
Commando.
and Commando.
Deadeye.
Now, I know for a fact that you can pick up Perfect Reload in perks later on. So the reason that we're looking at Deadeye seriously is not because of Perfect Reload, because the
Commando.
Commando can pick up Perfect Reload in perks later on. But what we're
Deadeye.
really looking at is the critical chance, where we get plus 2%, which is super important to maximize your damage, where the Commando
Commando.
does not have that plus 2% critical chance, but does have Fury. Now, from doing a little bit of experimenting, Fury ranged weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target. Fury, I do not believe it can pick up on other characters. I believe it is locked to the Commando class. And because of that, I ultimately recommend rolling Commando for that plus consistent 10% damage versus prioritizing 2% critical chance. It is a little bit tricky, and I have to do additional experimenting. I'm not sure if other perks show up as you progress later on, or if there are other things in game that can give it to you. But looking at the perks that you can purchase, from what I can see, from what I've seen so far, you cannot pick up ranged Fury. So ultimately, because of that, going with a Commando, consistent 10% more range damage. So hopefully you found this video helpful. I am actively trying to grow my channel, so please consider subscribing and supporting the channel, as well as dropping this video and other videos you enjoy a thumbs up. Also, check out my playthroughs. I'm currently doing a mercenary playthrough, and I do plan on doing a commando playthrough where I'll pick the dark side. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.